How y'all doing? So I don't really have a bias right now. I'm kind of leaning bearish. I want to use this 30-minute gap as the condition, but I could definitely see a reality where we go down and we run London low. I do like the relative equal highs we left up here, but I don't love the reaction to Asia high, like running out, liquidity there. And then this kind of looks like a rejection block, right? So I think I want to run out sell side first. And then once we do that, maybe we can look for longs. But yeah, be careful today because I have no idea what's going to happen with the SpaceX IPO. This is unprecedented. This is something like this never happened in history. I think it's like after the session though, right? Like after 4 o'clock today. 950 it looks like. No dodgy today, and yeah, no dodgy. 'Am I trading PM2? No, not today. Bias today, I want to lean bearish, but I don't really have a bias right now. The reason why is because we're delivering off this rejection block. We had a nice reaction to buy side liquidity being taken, and we're just kind of like in the sell model. So I think we go down to London low. Am I in the forest today? No. After AM I will be. I don't know if I'm looking for longs because the drawn liquidity to buy side is not that great. I mean, unless we're going for this high. Is this a protected high? Yeah, it is. Yep, this is a rejection block. That's why I'm bearish right now. That's why I don't really like it as a draw on liquidity until after we take out London low. I don't think I have a dream scenario right now. I kind of just want to react to price. I care about equal highs on the 5 minute. We don't have equal highs on the 5 minute. If you're talking about these are relative equal. Is it OPEX next Friday? Yeah, it is. It's actually quad witching next Friday, I think. If the 30 minute gets inverse to look for shorts, I'm already kind of looking for shorts. We just don't have a bearish inverse. This long looks interesting, but I wouldn't take it. Delivering from the last gap in the leg. I guess in terms of higher time frame order flow, this could still be valid for longs. Up to the unfilled 5 minute here. I don't think I would expect a full on reversal off this inverse though. So kind of at your discretion to take. Josh, I don't see why you don't use code reliable right now. I heard it like improves the odds that you pass the eval. By the way, here's the inverse. Do I size down on Fridays? Not really, no. I'll trade normal size today, which normal size for me has been like 2 to 3 micros per trade because of the volatility. This inverse long is not invalid, by the way. Yeah, the ITH is here, so now it's a break even. When is the IPO? Like 10 o'clock? No, guys, I'm not taking this. I'm still bearish right now. I'm bearish because I don't really like buy side liquidity that much. I think this is just going to be a long that gives us a short term retrace, but I don't think this is going to be something that actually plays out for a reversal. Yeah, I don't think you have to trade today because of the IPO. I have no idea what's going to happen with the market. Next week probably Rider. I'm bearish because I don't like buy side liquidity. We have a protected high at buy side. We delivered off a rejection block. We put in bearish breakers, bearish PD arrays, and it looks like a sub model. We have London low intact. The IPO stuff should be over like today. Like I wouldn't really care about it. These equal highs aren't formed at swing points. That's why it's not a good draw for me. You have a lot of fair value gaps to get through before we even consider talking about these as draws anyway. Are unmitigated gaps good draw? Yeah, they are. They're great. Tuesday AM high protected. Tuesday AM high protected. No, probably not. Because we ran out so much sell side, so no. No, it's not protected. We could take it. You think Dodgy would have taken it if he saw it? Yeah, probably. No, I'm not in this. Is that a rejection block on the 5 minute? At the highs, yeah. On the 15. What's the target for this? Unfilled 15-minute gap. It's more valid to take it up to the 5 minute inverse? No, because the risk to reward sucks then. You should have taken it off the one. Guys, I don't know if this trade would even be in like the top 5 trades this week. I think this trade is kind of weak. It just looks like a good pattern trade, and it's in the green, so you guys are like stressing out because you're like, what if I miss this long? And it's like, okay, what if? Uh, NQT, I'd probably just fix your mindset. So you're struggling with FOMO. That FOMO is probably coming from something in your life that I don't know about. Um, and most of the time it's desperation for money, right? So why are you desperate for money? And then you have to realize that like if you miss 15 trades and you take the 5, like cool. How are you going to, make sure that you're taking those other trades next time? And then secondly, like are you journaling? Like are you following a system to like improve? And if you're not doing those things, then it doesn't really matter because you're never going to improve. Because the only way to improve is by using the scientific method. I like ifbg.app or an Excel spreadsheet. Is the one is the wick on the 1 hour above equal highs and order block? Wait, what? We still haven't inversed that last 1 minute gap. We just put in a 30-second. Overall price is pretty sloppy. I'm not really married to taking anything between now and like 10 o'clock. Where's my sell side? At London. No, I'm not in a trade right now. What is the dream scenario of market open based on my bias? I don't know, accumulate, manipulate into the 15-minute gap, distribute down maybe. What indicator do I use? I use the new week opening gap indicator, equal highs and lows indicator, ICT kill zones and pivots, and then dodges indicator. Um, I'm leaning bearish right now, but order flow in the higher time frame is still kind of bullish because we're respecting these gaps here. The reason why I'm leaning bearish is because of structure. I think this looks like a market maker sell model that wants to complete at London, and we also took out buy side already. 5-minute inversed, so that's probably a good sign for longs. Usually what tells me if it's a market maker sell model is if we get a market structure shift and close past 50. Would I take this pre-market? Um, take what pre-market? This long? Maybe if I was bullish bias. I don't really have a bias right now. Would I rate the 5-minute long? Um, I don't know, like a B minus setup. Yeah, those are my indicators. We did not respect the 4-hour gap, by the way. We inversed that. So like lower time frame, I'm like bearish to the low. Higher time frame, I'm bullish. Okay. Am I streaming the entire AM today? I am. I rated this B minus because the momentum is really bad on the close. The draw and liquidity to buy side is not good. Break even is not good. I don't know. Um, somebody asked me like, how is the higher time frame bullish? Uh, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 4 hour bullish candles in a row, and now we're accumulating on the higher time frame. Accumulate, manipulate, distribute. We have buy side intact above. Lower time frame looks bearish though. Lower time frame looks like a market maker model. The higher time frame always trumps everything else. The daily closed with a bullish order block. Not the best order block, but still closed above these previous bearish candles. I mean, that's pretty bullish. You should be break even, yeah, from the 1 minute long. If that's the case, why didn't I like the long? Because it doesn't align with the lower time frame bias. And in terms of time frame alignment, it doesn't make sense. And there's like not enough bullish confluences. And the draw isn't that good. And also, I think we're just going to get a better trade, so it doesn't even matter if this works out. When higher time frame and lower time frame bias conflict each other, how do you interpret that? I don't trade. I just don't trade most of the time. I just wait until they align. I don't think this is good enough. I don't take pre-market trades much. I do if the draw is good. Thoughts on SpaceX? I have no idea. Kind of sounds like a scam. How long have I been trading for? 6 years? 6.5 years? A rejection block is just wick, the wick that forms at a protected high. That's the rejection block. Like it's the wick. So when price comes up and taps into the wick, when we reject, that's what we're delivering from is the rejection block. Yeah, protected high and low. 6, Terry. I started trading futures 3 years ago. I turned a profit after 6 months. I became consistently profitable after a year, and I've just been doing that ever since. Well, there's the 15-minute tap, so that's probably where I would take profit on the long. No, I was never a part of his one-on-one mentorships. The mentorships weren't around when I first started trading with Dodgy. It was a much smaller group. There was like less than 200 people, And when I was originally a part of the Discord, it was like $15 a month, if that. And then the mentorships became a thing when I was streaming PM, and I actually helped him make the mentorships with, the journal review and that kind of thing. Crazy. Yeah, open in 15 seconds. Make sure you're on the micros contracts if that's what you want to trade today. Don't be on NQ. Oh, interesting. Interesting 9:30 open. So break even on the remainder there for the longs. The short's invalid. These ones are still valid, but I mean, I wouldn't take it. I'm just saying, be on MNQ if you want to trade on MNQ. I see so many people like I was on NQ instead of MNQ today, and I blew my account. It's like I don't know. If you want to trade NQ contracts, go for it. Thoughts on longs from London Low? Maybe. When is SpaceX going live? Like at what time? I think it's like 10. New here. Where's Dodgy? Dodgy is busy, so whenever he's flying or whatever he has going on, I cover for him, and I run the PM streams in the Discord. Welcome. What are we thinking for bias? I'm bearish right now to the London low. SMT. Do I look at ES for SMTs? Of course. The short entry's been invalidated. Yeah, there was not really an entry there for us, but it's okay. By the way, this is a void, so might want to fill that, but I don't think we're going to come down that far. Yeah, you could have taken the 2 minute. PM stream was kind of crazy. We started stream and we had the Iran war news, so that was fantastic. All of my buy side draws got taken out in half a second. How much does my PM cost? It's $50 a month. So looking for longs at PM? I was, yeah. I was even looking for longs before PM. I had to go talk to my girlfriend about something, and then I come back and we have that candle. $30. Am I long now? No, definitely not. PA's fine. It's like a 6 or 7 out of 10. Am I bearish or bullish? I'm bearish. We got the 1 minute bearish inverse potentially. Said no, protect the low below us. No. Is this positive risk to reward? Yes. This 1 minute short's an A- setup. It's in discount. Hey, can somebody tell Harley to join stage real quick? What a man. Hey, I'm sorry to pull you away
What
from your little voice channel
Zapdos?
thing, but could you stream for like 2 seconds? I have to go do something.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Oh my goodness, the stream chat's lagging, guys. I can't see it. Guys, no, I think Discord broke. I don't know what's happening. I can't see any of your messages. Oh, okay, there we go. Would I have taken the short? No. I don't know. Hindsight, probably, maybe. I really wanted the sell side liquidity there, so my stream is frozen. Bro, what is happening? I think Discord is like down. Okay, there we go. Data highest draw. What do you mean? I don't think so. I mean, I guess it's kind of a data high. 2 minute long here looks pretty good. 3 minute long. But yeah, this 1 minute short, guys. This was like the plan, right? We wanted sell side here. There's a reason why I was bearish coming into today. Everyone was asking me, why am I bearish? Why am I bearish? We're still respecting that gap. Just trust me, it's the sell model. This was a retrace. I knew it would only go for 1 hour. I figured I could get a short maybe. We would have gotten the setup, and we did. But unfortunately, I was busy. What was the average stop loss? 100 points this week? Probably, yeah. Maybe like 50. 4 minute long? Nah, two threes. All I pay attention to here. But yeah, still bearish for the time being, right? Maybe we get a reversal at 10. As far as draws, I don't really think there's any good buy side draws. I kind of just feel like we just took out both sides. So now I don't know. Maybe we engineer for a bit, get a better draw. But yeah, the market's just been more volatile this week because of all the geopolitical stuff and economic data and all that kind of thing. And then we have SpaceX like in 10 minutes. If you're talking about this candle, this is a news high, but I don't even think it's really that good of a draw. Focus on all time frames, TSR. Previous day trendline liquidity valid. What? No. You mean like no, definitely not. That's like 1,000 points away right now. Maybe like if we get additional confirmation, but we haven't even gotten like a break of structure here at London. Nice match. I mean, this was probably a break even trade, right? Because we got the inverse and then it barely missed the low. You guys were probably break even at this low. And then it came back up and hit your stop loss. That's kind of funny. 30-second reentry. Yeah, but then the risk reward there's cooked. Did Harley alert anything? I was gone for like 5 minutes, I think. He said to full port shorts. Nice. Why don't you add you and Harley as a speaker? Honestly, I do better alone when I'm streaming. What's your beef with Harley? Oh, I don't have beef with him. I was just messing around when I kicked him off the stage. No, the reason why I had to leave is because, I got a call. You guys ever have nature call you? Yeah. So I had to answer. Is it 3 minute long valid? Uh, sure. Yeah. I mean, mechanically A plus, subjectively pretty good since we ran out sell side now. We completed the market maker model. Maybe we want to go for that PM low too, but so far it looks like a liquidity sweep reaction. So if we continue to V shape here and get the 3 and 2 minute inverse, I think that's good. Uh, think I think it might be some of you. I think it might be time for some of you. Well, actually, no, we did make relative equal lows. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really care about them though. They're just relative equal. No, I do. I pay attention to the 5, but the 4 minute just isn't as good most of the time. But yeah, no sign of reversal yet. Right? Not enough momentum. Not enough, volatility to the upside. So it kind of looks like we're just accumulating for right now. What indicators do I have in my chart? You were the third person to ask me these ones. I'll just post a screenshot of it. If anybody else asks me, just look at the screenshot. By the way, Dodgy soup this low, but I don't think he took anything else, or he wouldn't break even on the 2 minute IFPG or something. He said, I don't know what happened. Maybe this. What he took, I don't know. Today I'm orange folder. Okay, cool. Can I comment on this? This is an LRLR. Don't pay attention to this IFPG. One, because it's too small, and two, because it's invalid. Technically, we never got a market structure shift here either because we never had a bullish market structure shift, so the market structure was still just bearish this whole time. So there's nothing to shift. And then yeah, that's a fair value gap. This is what I was referencing, right? So this is an LRLR, this isn't an IFEG, this isn't a market structure shift. This is a fair value gap. So got some work to do. What is ICT doing today? I'm not sure. So 1 out of 4, yeah. Uh-oh. I don't know, man. If this Iran war thing gets canceled again, bro, that's gonna be so bad. Am I gonna take this long? I think it's good. I kind of want to wait for every time frame here, maybe. But I mean, it makes sense in terms of time, right? The start you to swing down, back up here. Good break even. Stop loss of 100 points. Just something light. I learned most of the stuff from the live streams and just forward testing. So no 2 minute. But yeah, it looks really good. If I saw this long in your journal, I would not be unhappy with you. I'd be like, well, the quality of the draw kind of sucks, but then I would look at the setup and I'd be like, oh, okay, well, it's a pretty good setup, so. We're going to put it in an hourly gap to target, too, at 10 a.m. Sure, humble. I had a Google form that I posted on Instagram where I collected a bunch of responses regarding what kind of things people were struggling with, so I'm going to go through those and I don't know. There's a lot of things to make content on, but I kind of just wish I like made like an AI YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Like just like made like a model that would make content for me. But then it wouldn't be like, good. NQ Reliable is my Instagram. Sometimes B plan. It depends on the quality of the draw, the timing of which we're getting the inverse, and a couple other factors. But yeah, that's that question you're asking is like a great subjective question, and so what a lot of people struggle with. So is that the IPO then? Yeah, that's kind of funny. I guess not. Well, it looks like this is just gonna go. I'm kind of tempted to do something like this because of the order block here. It's such a big stop loss. Oh my goodness. All right. I don't even it's not even 1 to 1 here, dude. Give me a retrace and I'm taking this. Like just anything. Like I just cannot take this risk to reward to the high because this is what I think is the low hanging fruit. I need like this. Like get me. Oh yeah, perfect. 30-second below. Yeah, exactly. Like a tap into that. That'd be great. Oh my goodness. 2 minute close here in 20 seconds. That's good. By the way, here, if you're in this, you're gonna have to hold for like a long time. Like you're gonna have to hold probably back to the high here in order for this long to make sense. Am I in this? Uh, what does Dodgy say about signal body? Yeah, guys, we're all in this. All of us. We're all gonna take this loss collectively, right? No, I'm just kidding. 3 minute inverse in 20 seconds. Exactly so, Han. If they were professional signal botters, they would already know. We don't do this amateur hour stuff. All right, guys. So on this long, break even at the high. Am I holding the highs? Yeah, I'm gonna have to. All right, all right. A little more juice. Have to go break even here because it's a high inside of her value gap. So there's the break even. Looks like we're good to go. All right, all right. Wow. Okay, so TP1. By the way, Retrace gave you 0 drawdown if you would have taken it right where I said. Yo, you just said you were not in this. Interesting. I don't. Okay. What retrace? I marked out the risk entry tool with the hard risk at the stop loss of the order block. And I said I need 1-to-1. So I guess that was the retrace. But I said like several times that if you took this trade, I wouldn't hate it. Like if you put this in your journal, I'd respect the trade. I said it was A plus mechanically. I said I don't know. Like, hey, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. He's in if the mouse disappears from the screen. Oh my god. That's so funny. That's so funny. So hot. Wait, that's so funny. Oh my goodness. Why didn't I wait on the other 3 minute? What do you mean? Even if you waited for the 3 minute, it still worked. Maybe it wasn't risk like the good enough risk reward, but you don't have to wait on the 3 minute here because the momentum, and we had the 2 minute close. Like when you see price displaced past the fair value gaps there, you can assume that we're going to close above. And when everything there aligns when it comes to time, price, liquidity, like it's a good setup. Like that's why I was saying several times, like, you know, I wouldn't hate this trade if you were in the journal. I just didn't specifically say, guys, like, oh my god, I'm in here. Like, take this entry right now. Press the buy button. I mean, Sorry, I didn't say that. My live account? Yeah, I have a live account. But yeah, if you got in from like even the initial entry, you should still be in this. And like I said, I think you're gonna want to hold to the highs. You have to say this is a good setup. Okay, I did that part. I'm taking it. Did say I was gonna take it on the retrace, and then I marked out my risk tool. I showed you guys exactly where I was gonna enter, but yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. I should have been. I'm in this, guys. I'm in this right now. My entry is 29,420. I'm just a larper. This is not a good trade to fade. This is a good trade. If you're fading trades like this, you're not going to be profitable. You're just going to miss out on too many good plays. Look at the risk to reward. That's why I said you have to hold this trade to the highs. I literally said you have. Oh my god. Like we've been dealing with these huge stop losses for the last 2 weeks. Like we're not getting a 30-point stop loss here. It's just not happening. You can enter here with like light risk and then add to the position if you're given an opportunity for like a confirmation setup. But if that doesn't happen, then you have to take this with like 1 or 2 micros, and then if it loses, great, you lost $300 at the worst. If it wins, cool, now you're up. I don't know, like $500. But yeah, I don't think I would have taken profit all at the 930 wick because there's no reason for you to be bearish here, like at the 930 wick, because the higher time frame. Remember we talked about at the start of the day is very bullish with the 4 hour inversing and the higher time frame just overall being bullish here. And then we also respected this 1 hour gap. There's just no reason to be bearish here. So you can just expect to move back to the high. And eventually we might actually go for this high. But I probably wouldn't want to be in this. I mean that you could have caught low a day there, honestly. So like maybe you don't take full TP at the highs, but I don't have enough contracts to do that. So I'm gonna take full TP here. What if there was a continuation opportunity here? Yeah, I mean maybe too high up now, but right. You're gonna measure the dealing range here from this high to this low, so you can see we're in premium. So if you're looking for a continuation setup, you need to pull back the discount. Do I have my trade with Lucid? No, I trade with Lucid. Trade to find Apex. Um, on Trade-Of-8, Logan. Showing stop loss recommendations. Just to this low here, but I don't know. You, there's not really another good low to trail to. How do I know how much I'm risking on Trade-Of-8? Well, I know the stop loss I'm eyeing is about 80 points here, so I know that per micro that's $160 each. So if I just do it in multiples of that. So if I want to risk 500, I take 3 micros. If I want to risk 200, I take one, you know. Major SMT at the 9:30 wick, by the way. By the way, in the trade recap, I will put exactly the words I used when talking about this position. Because I guess this wasn't a alert, right? We're saying this wasn't an alert. We don't need alerts. I know. I'm proud of you, Carlos. Is it an A plus log? Yes. I said it was. What's my filled? 423. 29, 423. Can I explain what makes it A plus? Swept out sell side delivery from I think it was a 15, right? Or 5 or something. Yeah, indirect delivery from this 5 minute here. So delivery was the weakest part of the trade. So for that reason, it could be like a an A setup. But I mean, technically, we were still respecting the 1 hour here and the 4 hour. So you could say that's delivery. So maybe it's not that weak, right? So we have sweep, we have delivery, we have singular gap on the 2 and 3, right? So the 2 minutes really the entry. Um, and then we have the quote unquote data high above, which I'm not sure if this is really a data high, but whatever. Newsweek. And then yeah, we're just higher time frame bullish, right? The order flow on the higher time frame is bullish, and we have this unfilled or not unfilled but unmitigated buy side up here. So ultimately, I want to target this today. And yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I said this morning was going to happen. I said we were going to get this retrace back to the 15-minute year to balance that. Then we were going to dump off open to London low, and then I said we were going to get longs after when we had this reaction at sell side. Somebody was asking me if we were going to keep shorting to like run this LRLR down here, and I said no. Does it look like the reaction we're having at sell side liquidity here is indicative that we're going to continue to head down? So yeah, whenever you see that kind of reaction to liquidity being taken, just know that it's probably going to mean that we're going to keep, you know, reversing. Entry, if we disrespect the highs, you're logging in premium. It's like an A minus setup. No liquidity sweep. Has good delivery. Singular gap. I have no idea, Halo. If it was a bug with Tradeovate, probably not. Yeah, Matthias, I would. I don't think there's going to be anything else good today. What if we get an FU long? What if? So yeah, inverse the 5. 15 minutes still holding. But yeah, looks good to keep going higher. We want to see that inverse, obviously, if we're still in longs. Did I set break even? Yeah, of course. Yeah, 847 could be buy side, right? I mean, I'm still going to take profit at these highs, but yeah, we could definitely be going for that too. I like the risk reward, I guess, on this trade. I will say that. Wow. This is gonna print. It's already up like kind of a lot of points already. What the hell? So running into that last 5 minute gap in the leg, we obviously want to see that get broken through. And we just want to run to buy side. We did take the 930 wick on ES, so this high here is now taken. For some reason, ES is like lagging kind of hard compared to NQ. NQ is like really aggressively making these higher highs. So we're gonna have a big SMT at high a day. That's why I think it's another good reason to take profit there. But yeah, the 1 minute would have just been a break even trade unless you like took profit early. And then, do we have a 15-minute gap that we left? No. What about a 5? Are we leaving a 5? Kinda. We want to see the 5-minute order block get made here. Trail to new low? I don't think so, no. I mean, because we could just soup this low again, right? But if we got like a market structure shift, maybe that's where I would trail. It would have to be on like the 3 minute time frame though. I think this is just gonna go up though. Price might stall here for a little bit. That was a lot of expansion in a short amount of time. Yeah, might see a short-term retracement here, right? We left behind a lot of inefficiencies, so makes sense. 10 a.m. reversal was rated what? I said A plus. We were delivering off the 1 hour and 4 hour, and there's a 5 minute indirect delivery as well. But yeah, 1 hour, 4 hour. Yep. So 1013 long was A plus. 1013. No, not A plus. It was like A minus B plus. It's like so high in premium. I said a good long would be from like discount. Yeah. Which time frame did I enter on the AM trade? The 1 minute. But yeah, we should be looking at like a soup reaction here now. If we're gonna keep being bullish, I mean, maybe we come back a little lower than that. I feel like this for value gap is going to be really important. We have got to hold that. 15-second here. Fifteen-second looks kind of A plus. Is there a 30? There's a 30. I don't think we came back to discount though. If we had, it would be really good. Is this the dump? Is SpaceX finally IPO'd? No. I guess it's not going to happen. Not yet, at least. Have I scaled something? No, I haven't scaled any. Tap into the 5 minutes fine for continuation. I'm not running into bearish gaps yet. But yeah, we want to see all this get inversed. And we need to see this gap hold. This is our condition. Pretty sure. If that breaks with the order block, it's over, guys. The longs are cooked. Any possible reentry? Maybe. But not right now, no. Everything is just too high up. I think we're just like kind of accumulating right now. But yeah, I mean, we might just be done for the session. We like already took out sell side. We expanded a bunch. Like that could just be it for today. I do have a free trial for PM. I go free for you guys every FOMC. So I believe the next one is next Wednesday, as long as it's the meeting, and you guys will have access to that. Have I scaled? No, I haven't scaled any. And the reason why is because my position is too light to scale. How much is PM? It's $50 a month. What's so good about PM? I don't know. Nothing. It's the worst stream ever. Don't join. AM better? Definitely. 15-minute formed? Yes, 15-minute did form. So maybe that's what we're waiting on, right? We accumulate now, we manipulate down to the 15-minute, and then we distribute up. And it kind of aligns with 50 a little bit. That could make sense. I could see that. Wow, this price action is really something, guys. My goodness. I know we were like due to chop, but I was kind of hoping we could get something more than what we're getting right now. No, I've never had that issue, Halo. What? That's so funny. Clicking buy makes you sell, and clicking sell makes you buy. Never heard of that one. Do I also use soft stops? Yeah, I use manual stop outs and I use hard stops. So like I in this trade I had a stop at the order block at the bottom, right? But then I also had like a manual stop if you like close below the IFEG on the 2 minute. Okay. So just whichever happens first. But yeah, it looks like we want the 15 minute now. And then we have the macro time in 17 minutes. Um, I think it's good to have both stop losses in place. Just because it's good for risk management. You never know like when you're gonna get like a major like stop out candle, like a Trump candle or something like that. Hmm. Where did this volatility come from? Or are we still just range bound? I guess we're still range bound. All right, next step now is going to be to inverse this 1 minute gap that we just tapped into in order to head higher. We missed the 15. I don't know why. We didn't hit it on ES or NQ. So if price closes back above or below the inverse, I enter off. You close your position. Exactly. Yeah, you just mark it, sell it, and then if we what is this doing? Is this gonna run to the high right now? We did just get an SMT at the high. I can't tell what this wants to do. Um, but yeah, that's basically how you manually stop out. And then a hard stop would just be like if we hit like a predetermined level. Usually it's like the low being reswept or something like that, right? Because making lower lows is indicative of bearish price action, and if we violate bullish PD arrays, that's indicative of bearish price action. So we're basically just placing our stop loss in an area in price where if we were to hit that area, it would signify that price is still bearish and we have the wrong bias. Okay. Yeah, Tony. How do you decide to front run an IFG or wait for the retracement? Time, price, uh, quality of draw. So like this morning, I saw the momentum, I saw the time that we reversed, I saw the bullish PD rate we put in. So I'm obviously going to front run that, right? I think I said that in live time too. I said, the 1 minute here plus the order block is a pretty good sign. And then, I mean, so more bullish confluences, the less you have to wait for other, time frames to inverse. Okay. Don't think this IPG is going to hold. I think the 15-minute gap is our draw maybe right now, and then we have to wait for that to get rebalanced. And then once that gets balanced, we might see, longs from there. Like this would be dream scenario. Is it going to happen? I don't know. I think it could, right? This looks like accumulation, manipulate down to grab the 15, distribute up. That could be good, right? To me, it doesn't really matter as long as we don't hit this low. As long as we manipulate and stay above this, I'm good. This is where my stop is trailed right now. After being up at one point, I was up I think 200 points. But I need the last 50. Okay, I need it. Like this moment right now is when you should be anticipating the next trade. Halo, I entered it with a singular micro. And I was gonna add to it if we had like a better retrace. But yep, one singular micro. How do you make sure you're not giving profits back in general? Yeah, I stopped trading after 2 trades per session or when the draw on liquidity's been taken. Yep. If we tap the 15-minute, I will be taking this 1 minute inverse if we get it. Bang. All right, we hit my draw on liquidity. Now we can look for longs again. All right, chill, NQ. Don't do it. No. I'm gonna be honest. This is like my third time this week being up 250 points in a trade, so I'm not really phased by this at all. It's a break even trade for me. No, 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 not yet. Not yet. We're still good. If it hits here, yes. But I'm actually going to add to my position if we get the inverse. So, oh, you just heard me, Amici or Amir Sharik. I don't know how to say your name. Amerch, Amerchrik. Sure. We're calling you Chris. Chris, I don't know. A Mertrick? Alright, bet. Chris. Short valid in my opinion. No. You're shorting into a bullish 50-minute gap. We're caught between super value gaps now. Chris is good too, bro. No, I'm just kidding. I'll call you your name. So you want to retrace before going higher? No, we got to retrace. I'm good. This is it. This is all I need. I don't need any lower than this. This is perfect. I'm pretty sure 50% is below my... Yeah, yikes. um, well, after all that... Bonk. Oh, well. Oh, well. There's a 50-minute VPR. Yes, there is. There is. Okay, we tapped 50% of the leg. Maybe we get a reaction now. These are death candles. That is scary. Did SpaceX... My goodness, why can't I see it? It's long good from here considering the manipulation. Yeah, I think so. I like a long from here. Maybe a 5-minute gap gets formed here in 30 seconds. Or not 30 seconds, 5.5 minutes. Part of me just wants to hit the buy button now. I think we could just bounce from here, but I don't know. That's probably not smart. No FOMO? Oh, I have no FOMO. I don't care. I'm not going to ruin my weekend to take a trade. I'm already pretty green this week. This trade was fine. I wasn't able to get profit on the funded, but I still found a way to make some money on this trade. So, not too worried about it. My biggest day slash week slash month. My biggest ever month was 35K. My biggest week, I think I did like 20. And then my biggest day, I think was like 17K or something. 17,000. Unless you're counting the Chegg trade. The Chegg trade was my biggest ever day. That I did like over 60 in a day on that day, but that doesn't count. That was like options. That was like before futures and everything. I'm guessing you guys are talking about that. What am I missing? That is not LRLR. So that's the first one. The second one is okay. Your market structure shift is marked in the wrong spot, but we do have one there, and that is a fair value gap. I think we got to talk about what LRLR is TSR because you've marked LRLR two different ways and they're both wrong. So let's show you what at least my interpretation of LRLR is. This is LRLR. Okay? You see the difference between the one that you're showing me and the one that I've marked? Damn, which trade was this? Don't worry about it. Misprinted though. Yeah, clean touches, obvious swing points for price to generate orders, right? And then there's no roadblocks in the way between each subsequent low, and it's all within like the same price neighborhood, right? It's like within 30 points. So this is good, and it's clearly algorithmic. With the LRLR you have marked, I can't paste. All right, cool. What is like the clear problem with this LRLR? The time? No. I mean, yeah, that's not really the time between, but yeah, it's too vertical. Okay, so the distance between the lows themselves aren't that pronounced, and there's a fair value gap in the way between this and this, right? So yeah, it's you know it's not what I look for. So there should be there you should try not to have any fair value gaps in between. If there are, it just has to look super algorithmic, like the screenshot I showed you. That is A plus LRLR. That is good looking LRLR. That's what you want it to look like. You could still get LRLR that's like, lower time frame, right? And it can act as a confluence, but it's not going to be a draw on liquidity. Not in the same way that the one I showed you is. What if we inverse 5 minutes to the downside? Has to be the 15. 15's the condition, but already looks horrible, obviously. This looks like we're just selling off back to the low. Which, I guess that makes sense, because buy side wasn't an amazing draw anyway. Would the relative equal lows be the draw now? I don't think we have a draw. What does protected low mean? It just means a low that swept out another low inside of her value gap, and that low leaves behind a wick, and we don't close below the low inside the fair value gap. Okay? So that was a mouthful. So let me draw it out. It's just easier if you see it. So imagine this is our fair value gap. We have a low inside of it, okay? This is I'll actually use a candle. We're getting real artistic today. Okay. So here's our bearish candle, okay? Price, trades up here for a bit. And we come back down, okay? And price makes a new candle, okay? But we wick below. And we trade back up, okay? This low here is considered protected because we don't close below the previous low. We just leave a wick behind. Okay, that's it. That's it. It just means that it's high resistant. It's gonna be more difficult for us to re-hit that low again because you're targeting a low that ran out orders and had a very bullish liquidity sweep like reaction. The only time that we would expect price to come back to that is if we sweep out opposing liquidity. So the opposite side. So it is the macro time now. We do have this like 1 minute inverse. It's very tiny. There's a 30-second too. I kind of want to see the order block get put in. And then did we form a 5 minute gap? We did. So maybe now we want to pull back and balance this before heading higher. Or heading lower, I meant, not higher. We did inverse like all the bullish gaps to the downside, which is probably not good. Except for the 15. The 15 is the only thing still holding. Was this 1 minute bad play? Yeah, way too tiny, obviously. Yeah, yeah, the second low is protected. Yeah, yep. What time frame LRLR is good for draw? Usually 5, 15 minute. That's like what I found to be the best. All right, so hit the 5 minute. I'm guessing this is news. Probably just gonna rip up now. Okay. I have no idea what it was or what was said. I am about to catch this whole move though. Hooray! SpaceX? Oh, it was SpaceX? Oh, okay, cool. Did it actually launch? I don't think so. Whoever jumped in that 1 minute got really lucky, except I think it failed first, so I don't even know how you're in this. All right, are we just all in off the 1 minute? I don't know. I don't know how you guys get in this play. Maybe the 5 minute inverse if we get it. 5 minute here looks pretty textbook. Damn, is it just gone? It's Iran news? Hmm. Nice. So we re-hit this high on ES. NQ is a meme coin now? Yeah, it is pretty easy to manipulate now. It's pretty funny. Holy dude, this candle. This was like 100 points. Or like 50. Is this going to be the last push we need to like get to these highs at 848? I just want to see the highs get hit. That's it. And it's like super high resistant. And then we'll be done for the day. We got 11 o'clock here in 3 minutes. We just can't get a solid close over the previous high. And that's what I think is causing the problem. But maybe now. Why don't I have the equal highs marked? Because they're not equal. They're just relative equal. I'm just paying attention to the highs up here, though. Okay, I see what you guys are talking about. Maybe we're waiting for the 5-minute gap to get put in before running everything. Give us something to pull back to. Be nice to close over this 1 hour to the left, too. I think we already have. Yeah, we already have. But yeah, getting the order block there would be good for longs. So here's 11 o'clock. Dude, we are struggling. We cannot make the last push we need to get the highs. Just do it. CoreWeave joined NQ. That's why it pushed up. Oh, really? Okay, cool. You get break even at that big retrace down. I don't know. Did I? I might have. And did we hit it? Bang? Maybe. On MNQ we hit it. Oh wait, no, we missed it. Missed it by a tick. Um, did I get break even? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. Yeah, for sure. And I think we hit the high, right? We on MNQ, not on NQ. Okay, we got 5 more points. Dude, why do I have 0 connection right now? Huh. Why am I not stopped at break even? You didn't take that 2-minute today? Oh, this one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You think we take week high? Yes, I do. PM shorts, this highest taken? Nah, I think today's done, guys. All right, on that note, I will catch all y'all later. My IG is NQ reliable. Honestly, could have been a better day. I could have explained things a little better. I think this was a pretty good trade if you took it. I honestly like entered here and I gambled the 15-minute basically. Wait, why is my trading view messed up? But yeah, I saw the 15-minute close and we didn't close below, and I saw the retrace to 50%, and I'm sure you guys heard me when I said, like, you know, I'm debating even just taking a long here. So when we got this inverse, I just played this. And I gambled it because I thought really we would take these highs. I just had a lot of conviction in them, and this looked so like manipulated. And then I got lucky with the news. So, if I would have lost, I would have lost 140. I guess you could call this a revenge trade. Probably not the best for psychology, but I was really just playing, I guess, liquidity here and just trying to be aligned with that buy side still. And I don't know. What time will the stream be uploaded? I don't know. Probably not till Monday, honestly, because I have to leave right now. And well, actually, no, I can do it. I can do it. I'll render this. It'll take me like 35 minutes to render, and then I'll upload it, and it'll probably be in the dock in like an hour. Was a 1 minute bad loss? This one? Yeah, I mean, this is a bad trade. Don't emulate this. I got lucky. But yeah, I will catch all of you Monday. Peace out, guys. Actually, wait, I can do an outro song real quick. Yeah, I took this on a I don't know. I don't even know why I took it, but yeah, I took it. It wasn't a good trade. Don't emulate it.